finished the topic partnership. Now, before we move on to joint stock company, I thought that we need to do one fresh chapter. The reason is next year, whenever you go to class 9, you have to do an internal assessment or the project work on this topic. And this topic should have been done in the month of August as per my lesson plan. But due to this COVID-19 pandemic, we could not do. So now, however, let us start it. Okay, this chapter. It's chapter number 10 of commercial application book, and the name of the chapter is communication in a commercial organization. Now the word communication, what does the word communication mean? The word communicate itself means like I am communicating it with you. I am communicating now something to you. That means in its definition I have written some key points. The key points are transfer of information, exchange of ideas, sending a letter or message. That means I am giving you a speech, I am giving you a lecture, I am giving you an information, and you are also taking it. I am not teaching here alone to the walls. On the other side you are there, I am giving you some information, I am talking and you are listening. And in the same way, had you been in the class, you would have reacted back to me. You would have asked questions back to me. You would have given your feedback. This is communication. Communication is exchange of ideas. Exchange of ideas. Say for example, you are there, Abhishek you are there, Sistika you are there in commerce, okay, Chirinima you are there in commerce. So if I ask you, how are you, how is your day going on, hope you are safe and sound at home, and from the other side you say, yes sir, we are safe, sir please do not worry. This is communication. It's a process of talking, it's a process of exchanging our ideas, it is the process of transferring our information, telling my views and listening from your end also. Rather, it is a dialogue. You know, dialogue is something where two or more persons exchange their views and ideas. Like if I come to a room, close everything, and I go on talking alone, that is not a dialogue. There is nobody else on the other side to listen to me. Then it becomes a monologue where I only keep on talking. Mono is single, log is talking. Okay, whereas dialogue is you are also there, I am also there, I am sending my views and ideas, you are exchanging your views and ideas. Ultimately, a transfer of words, transfer of messages are taking place. Now, communication does not mean only by talking. We can communicate it by texting. We can communicate it by sending emails. We can communicate by writing letters. So these all are communication process. So this is the definition of communication. But in the communication process, what happens? Characteristics, as we said, there has to be two or more persons. Communication has to be done between a receiver and a sender, or a beginner and a listener. Okay? And exchange of information has to be there. And what I am saying, you have to understand, you have to analyze, and you have to reply it back to me. And reply or communication can either be vertically upward or downward. Like vertically upward means talking, communicating with your superior. Like me communicating with the head of the institute, me communicating with a big bureaucratic officer. This is the upward communication. Vertical. Now when I communicate to a small brother, when I communicate to a small child, so me communicating, that is horizontally, I'm vertically communicating downwards. Okay? Like when you come and communicate with me, that is a vertical upward communication. When I communicate with you, because you are smaller in age with me, so that is a vertical downward communication. But in your class, you talking with your friends, that is neither upward nor downward. Friends are equal, no? So that is horizontal communication. Communication within the same age group or within the same work level people. That is communication. Now, in order to understand this concept of communication, you have to understand the process of communication. Like here, I have started the communication. I have started teaching you right now through online method. So I am the sender. A sender is a person who starts the conversation. A sender is a person who is a speaker. A sender is a person who is a writer, who starts to write, who starts to deliver a speech. Okay, this is a sender. Every morning you have got assembly. Whenever we had schools, Then you might see a father principal would have come to the auditorium stage and would deliver his speech, or would deliver or would recite a prayer for us. So he is the sender. Sender is a person who begins the process of communication. And yeah, we all right now, I am the sender and you are receiving my messages. You are receiving my words. So you are the receiver. So there is a chain which has to be connected. Okay. So receiver, sender is the person who initiates or who begins the communication process. Then comes message. What am I going to communicate? I have to think it in my mind first. What is going in my mind? What is my opinion? What are my thoughts? What is the subject matter that I want to communicate to you? That either I'm going to write it, or I'm going to deliver it through face to face, or I'm going to call you and tell it. That has to be framed inside my mind first. So that is inside my mind. That thought is inside my mind. That is the message. And then the third process is the symbol. Whether it is to be word, whether it is this, and how it's called encoding. Encoding is now whatever is in my mind, I decided to write. I put it in the words and I'm sending a letter. This is called the symbol. Now channel. Through what channel is through what medium? Like the medium of instruction now I am playing with you is face to face. I am not sending you any text. I am not sending you any email. But these are also one of the channels or one of the medium through which I can communicate it with you. Then comes the receiver's part. You are the receiver. You are receiving the symbol. Receiver. Now at this case, you are the listener. You are listening to what I am speaking. And then what are you going to do? Yes, you are also going to reply me back. That is the reply. That is the feedback. That process. If I ask you something and you don't give me this, then the communication chain remains incomplete. You got my point? If I just ask you, Sistika, how is the day? And you just turn your face, or you don't reply me at all, then what happens? That means sender started the communication, receiver listened it, but receiver did not give the feedback. Receiver did not reply back. Or if I write one letter to one of your friend and I ask you please reply it back, and the friend does not reply me back, that it is a one-way communication. The feedback did not come. So these are incomplete communication. In order to have the communication, both sender as well as receiver has to be active. And both has to be a good listener, both has to be a good speaker, or both has to be a good writer. Then only the process of communication will be completed. This is the first part of this chapter. Now after this, the next portion we shall continue from here. There are plenty of question answers, short question answers as well as long question answers which you can do from this portion. Please do it. We shall meet again next week. Thank you.